Myself, Professor Pawar VK from Department of Geography, J.A.T Art, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon. On behalf of this video presentation, I welcome you all. C3 plants like wheat, barley, groundnut, cotton, potatoes, mung beans, pigeon pea, chickpea, banana will be more benefited. It has been observed that the carbon dioxide concentration above 400 ppm begins to induce the stomatal closure, which reduces the rate of transpiration and gaseous exchange between atmosphere and the plants. The reduced rate of transpiration coupled with increase in temperature due to global warming will cause adverse effect on plant growth and various metabolic activities. Number 2, that is effect of changed climate. Sino in 1990 and Dahiwal and co-workers in 1996 predicted that the effects of global warming will be on agro ecosystems. So how will these effects? We'll see one by one. Evaporation will increase. Number 2, temperature of soil and water will rise. Number 3, slowing period will be reduced. Number 4, agricultural area will increase. Number 5, incidence of pests and diseases will become higher. Number 6, growth of wild plants will increase. Number 7, quick deterioration of soil fertility will take place. Number 8, microbial activities will be enhanced. Number 9, decomposition rate of organic matter and fertilizers will increase. Number 10, irregular rainfall, floods and water problems will increase worldwide. Number 11, probabilities of occurrence of cyclones and hurricanes due to global warming will increase adversities for agriculture. Now in general, if you see, climate changes due to global warming will affect the crop yield. That is depending upon moisture and temperature. Cropping patterns will be changed. Insect or pests and diseases and management practices which may also affect the socio-economic systems or socio-economic status of the country. The net effect of carbon dioxide and climate change on agriculture in low rainfall areas and coastal lowlands need to be determined precisely. The influence of interaction of rising carbon dioxide and temperature with toxic air pollutants may have far-reaching effects on the agriculture and forestry. Now the next we'll see that remedial measures to reduce global warming. There is how to reduce global warming. Remedial measures to reduce global warming means to reduce production of greenhouse gases. Now this is one of the important things. Number 1, that when we have to reduce the global warming, we should reduce the production of all these greenhouse gases which are being induced by industrialization or by urbanization. Now, whatever are the remedial measures, the combustion of fossil fuel use increasing day by day, deforestation increasing day by day, and chlorofluorocarbon increasing day by day. When fossil fuels like coal, petroleum or natural gas burn throughout the world, increasing deforestation practice and chlorofluorocarbons are being used at higher rates. Global efforts have been made on these lines and we can see the important measures. Number 1 is the Toronto World Conference held at Toronto, Canada in June 1988 called for 20% voluntary reduction in the emission of carbon dioxide by the year 2005, especially by high industrialized countries like America, England, Germany, France, Canada, etc. By this reduction, particularly these developed nations, if they reduce the number of production of these particular gases, then it will be a major role played by these countries in the reduction of the greenhouse gases. By this reduction, greenhouse effect may be minimized or at least stabilized. However, some of these countries did not agree to the Toronto resolutions, stating that such measures will adversely affect to the progress of their countries. Even developing countries will face serious problems of energy crisis. Developed countries did not sign the Toronto resolutions in the same way as they did not sign the Montreal Protocol of September 1987, which called for the reduction in the production and consumption of CFCs to save the ozone layer. Now, despite they did not sign the Montreal Protocol or Toronto Protocol, because only for the sake of progress, which will be hampered in future, and hence the emission of all these gases is being continued. Representatives from 105 countries signed a treaty and resolved to stop warming of the earth that is being, and worried that in coming years the temperature may suddenly increase. Only 8 years remain to save the world from its disastrous effects. G8 countries met at Germany in July 2007 and promised to reduce the production of greenhouse gases one half from the present level by 2050, although America diplomatically stated that cooperation from India and China is essential in this regard. But yet, America did not promise to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, that is the carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, etc. Now next, to avoid problems which arose against Toronto resolutions, scientists must discover and develop alternative sources of energy and power and improve better technologies. For example, scientists should evaluate the potential of alcohol as a major source of fuel to be used in the transport sector. Ethanol in the combination with natural gas called gasohol has been successfully used in Brazil as motor fuel. Ethanol production can be increased by growing energy plants. The next, if you see, the technologies should be advanced and more efficient to derive maximum energy from fossil fuels to reduce carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide emissions. The next thing, if you see, solar energy, the energy from the sun, may be developed as an alternative to the conventional fossil fuel energy, at least in those tropical countries where sunlight is abundantly available during most period of the year. Biogas may be considered as another alternative source of energy for the domestic sector. If you see the next, large scale afforestation, that planting trees and reforestation should be taken up, as forests are big natural sink of carbon dioxide. It is estimated that forest cover of 120 billion hectares can fix about 780 million tons of atmospheric carbon dioxide each year. It would reduce the release of carbon dioxide by combustion of fossil fuels and burning of firewood by 47% of the total annual release. Should we want to note, because by future generations, generally greenery of the landscape is the only immediate solution of ever increasing greenhouse effect caused by unending increase of atmospheric carbon dioxide. Again, to repeat that, if the coming generations, from these coming generations, we should not be cursed. They should not blame us for the increasing global warming or emission of the greenhouse gases. Then greenery of the landscape is the only immediate solution of ever increasing greenhouse effect caused by unending increase of atmospheric carbon dioxide.